Historic Preservation Board. The meeting will come to order at 4:03. We have we have a quorum. And the first order of business is approval of the minutes from the December 3rd meeting. Everybody have a copy?
Yes.
Any corrections, additions, objections?
No, but will it be a problem for the quorum that I can't vote on it because I wasn't there?
Jim?
I think why don't we hold off for a minute till we get somebody else in, and then we can vote with everybody that can vote.
Okay, all right. So, are there any corrections, anybody that was there? I didn't see anything, but good job, Jim.
Thank you. It's kind of
All right.
important that we get them done today. This is one of the main reasons we're having the meeting is because we're closing out 2020, and we just put in 10 years of minutes from 2010 to 2020 for our new website. So you'll be able to go in and look at all the minutes for the last 10 years for the Historic Board once we get that operational in the next week or two.
Okay.
So we'll hold off.
I don't want to go back that far, but thank you.
Well, we could even go back further, but that's okay. Just a communication, Joan, I just wanted to let everybody know, and I'm sure you saw, that we did send on as a courtesy to you the building study for the Clark House that was prepared back in December.
Yes.
If you get a chance to look through it, you're not obligated to do anything with it, but as a courtesy, I wanted you to see it. I wanted you to know that there's a lot that has to be done in that building, and it's going to cost a lot of money to do it, but we are starting the process. We are getting quotes right now for roofing, for repairing the east wall, which has a basement drainage issue. We're looking at mold remediation and HVAC issues. So they are starting to move forward on the refurbishment of the building.
I guess I just had one question. I haven't read all of it yet, but because it's a historic building, we would be in the loop as far as like the materials they're using or anything they have to change.
Absolutely, yes. And right now, our intent is to do a lot of the interior work. If there's any roofing to be done, it would match what's there now, that type of thing. But if a tenant wants to use that building and do some exterior improvements to it in some way, they will be obligated to come to you for approvals to do that.
Okay. It says, I think, a 40-year warranty on an asphalt roof would be the replacement of choice.
Right, right.
People that are there. I just thought that there was a lot of, I haven't gotten that far into it, but hopefully somebody's figured out which windows are original and which aren't, because they were saying that obviously the original windows should be repaired appropriately and the new windows updated as necessary. So I guess if further in the document, does it detail which windows are new and which windows were original?
It doesn't at this time. There are a couple of broken windows right now on the west side of the building that have to be repaired. But I think that they'll be looking at refurbishing basically all the windows. And I'm not sure we would do that as new windows or if we would repair what's there now at this point in time. I think we're going to have to get pricing for both.
Okay. And my other question, which is not a question, I just sort of gasped. I read the thing about structural problems with is the bar falling. I mean, does it have to be stored up or something?
No, the structural issue right now is the foundation where it meets the sill plates. And we're going to have to replace the sill plates at this point in time, but we may have to shore up some of the foundation, particularly on the east side of the building.
All right. Anybody have any other questions?
Jim, is there a price tag at which the town has to go to the taxpayer for approval?
At this point in time, we're looking to break down the projects so that we're not just going out for bonds or anything of that nature. We want to just break them down so that we can stay within our budget for the property. If we ever got to a point where we had to do something like that, we would have to go to the public for a vote.
And I assume there's, since the last tenant, I think was the running group or something, there hasn't been anyone else interested in it? Wasn't running, it was biking or something?
Yes, he's no longer interested. We do have a gentleman who owns the Irish Mafia Brewing Company in East Bloomfield. He's interested in it, and he's committing to putting in a lot of money to refurbish the interior himself. We're going to have to wrestle with the idea of how much we would charge him for rent. At this point in time, depending on what his commitment might be, it might be almost $1 a year just to get the building back to where it should be. And he is willing to spend money on it to do that. So we haven't negotiated any price yet with him. We waited for this document to be prepared so that we could give it to him and give him an idea of what needs to be done on that site.
And he would want to use the cart house too?
Yes, he would. And right now, I think his primary focus would be on wedding venues, certain types of venues, more than just an open restaurant, although his intent is to have an open restaurant. But I think he feels that he can probably recoup his costs through wedding venues and that type of thing.
I know what we did at the library where we were putting in the cafe years ago, and we went to a couple of cafes. It was really negligible rent.
Yeah.
Just so that it's for so many years until they made a profit, and they never made a profit. So.
Right, and the town doesn't want to make a profit off of this. We want to preserve the building, and whatever it takes to do that within reason, we'll look at that as an option. So,
Jim,
yes.
one potential problem when this does get developed is we use Shadow Pines a lot, and I drive by it twice a day. At any time during the day, there's been probably the lowest I've seen is 5 cars, and the most I've seen is 30 cars. That's a lot of vehicles. With the venue, if the new venue needs all that parking, because I don't think it's all that tremendous amount of parking, we'll probably have an issue with people parking on the road and on either road. So that's, I mean, I don't think you do a lot about it right now, but I think that's keep in the back of your mind.
Well, Don, you may not have seen it, but I certainly will send it to you. There is a master plan for that entire property now that has been prepared and accepted by the board. One of the components is to build more parking to accommodate, both the Clark House, whatever that becomes, as well as other facilities that might occur on the site for recreation purposes, even if it's just a park to be able to go and hike. So we will be looking at that as an issue as well.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? The next issue, Joan, is the informational item regarding the signing of the oath of office. You all have to sign an oath of office. And this year with COVID, what I want to do is I'm going to have, we'll be sending out the oath of office to you. If you could print it, sign it, and somehow scan it and get it back to me, that would suffice for you to be able to be in compliance with the requirements. So if you have a problem where you can't scan it and get it back to me, I'd be happy to stop by and drop it off at your residences and let you, send it back to me, or just give me a call and I'll pick it up from you.
Anybody, I'm sure everybody here can do that.
Yep, no problem here.
Yeah.
Very good. I'll probably have those sent out tomorrow to you, and then we'll work out to getting them back to me at a reasonable time frame.
Okay.
The next issue is the renewal of the Historic Preservation Magazine that some of you may or may have not been getting for the last year or so. It's time to renew that, and I know some people did not want it the last time we looked at this, and some did. And I'm wondering if at least the 4 of you are interested in obtaining copies of that on I think it's a quarterly period, Joan? Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, maybe.
I think
It
it's
might be every other month.
Every 2 months maybe?
Yeah.
Is everybody interested in receiving a copy?
Yeah, I'd like to continue getting it.
Yes, I'd like to continue.
I don't think I gotten a copy yet.
Well, then you need one. We'll put you in. I'll make sure you get one. We'll set that up fairly quickly here and get that out to you as quickly as we can. And then I was kind of hoping Mike would join us, because kind of surprised he hasn't.
Yeah, he did send me a text. He said that he doesn't have the link. I told him it was in your email. He hasn't signed it.
Can we,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
see, I'm gonna see if I can call him.
that's what I was gonna say, give him a call and he can say yay or nay on.
Right. So I really do want to wrap that up. Oh, there he is. Hi, Mike. Yes. You don't have to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on speaker. And the only function we need for you, we've gone through the agenda, the only function we need for you to do is to help us approve the minutes from December 3rd. Okay? Yes. It was highlighted in yellow, but that's okay. Hold on one second. Are you with us?
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay,
I will spend some time with you after the meeting and kind of go over the highlights of the meeting with you.
Yep.
But again, the most important portion is the actual approval of the minutes, so we can get those into our finalized book for 2020.
Okay.
So Joan, with that, why don't you go through the process?
okay, so, we're back to, item 2, approval of the minutes from the December 3rd, 2020 meeting. Everybody, I think, got a copy. Do you have any additions, corrections, or comments, or?
Motion approval.
Okay, Tom made a motion, a second. Steve second, all in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
And Don abstained because he wasn't able to be at the last.
Yep.
Very good. Is there anything else the board would like to talk about?
I don't think so. You gave us, I don't have anything else. Does anybody else have anything?
No?
We got our schedule here last month, correct?
Correct. And I also sent you a contact information sheet, so if there's any changes that you'd like to make to that, let me know and I'll make sure that happens.
Okay.
Anything else?
No?
No. February 4th, well, I'm sure we'll probably still be Zooming.
We will be, I'm sure. And then I'm still waiting to hear back, as I told Joan before some of you came online, I'm still waiting to hear back from the lady that's interested in purchasing the Daisy Flour Mill. She has not received the materials that she needs yet, so I got to get hold of her and find out what she's up to. And hopefully we can get her in for the February 4th meeting as well. Haven't received any applications for any certificates of appropriateness to date for that meeting, so it's so far we have a very light schedule.
Okay. All right. Anyone who want to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make
Michael?
a motion.
Oh, Don.
I move to adjourn.
Oh, wait, I didn't realize he's on the phone. I'm second.
Don beat you this time. Nah, Don, we'll give it to you this time.
I second.
And Steve, we hope you feel better quickly.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck to all of you. Stay healthy, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Just got our shots today.
Oh, you did?
Did you?
Mike got his shots.
Got the COVID shot.
Was that for rabies or COVID, Mike?
Both. The needle was about 10 foot long.
That's
Went
great.
down to- We're all set with it, and we're good.
Very good.
Good.
Thank you, board. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
Joan,
See
I'll talk.
everybody soon.
Joan, I'll talk to you soon about the award and get everything squared away with you on that.
Okay. Yep.
All right. All right.
All
Take
right.
care, all.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.